Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. So, what are we here for? I don't know. No, in all honesty, what are we here for? Well, I'm here to play a game. You guys are almost certainly here to see me watch said game. You're not here for me. You're here for the game. I don't know where I was going with that. But we are back. A little bit late, but I mean, not as bad as usual. Back with some Labyrinth of Grisaia. Just gonna continue the Yumiko route, after story route. I remember, I gotta specify, these are the after story routes now. The big takeaway from the, last stream really was, Yumiko is just kind of getting the other girls to teach her things that she quote-unquote lacks in the feminine aspect or something. So she's learning cooking from Amane. She's learning how to, clean and be do proper upkeep from Sachi, which, okay. And they have good ways of showing it. And very good teaching methods. For some reason, she's going to Michiru to learn how to be a tsundere. I don't know how that's gonna help her later on, but whatever. Let that happen. We'll just let them do them. In the meantime, Yuji's being taken back to Ichigaya's main office, I guess, for something. They never specified what. He thought he was getting some kind of reprimand for, being on the run for a year. But they're doing something else for him, apparently. We don't know what that is, because we're focusing pretty much solely on Yumiko right now. We left off right as we're going through Makina's lesson. I don't know what the fuck to expect from Makina. Other than she said to wear something that's easy to move in. I don't know. It's fucking Makina. It can literally be anything. Well, so we're just gonna kind of go right into it. I don't really have anything else to say here. What in the motherfuck could he possibly learn from her? Who knows? Alright, let's load it up and just get into it. Good lord. Good fucking lord. Just... fuck it, I'll turn noise suppression off. Screw it. I think the game might be loud enough to cover up any background noise and whatnot, which... whatever, is what it is. I talk loud enough, I think. Possibly. Maybe. Probably. Alright. Fucking Makina. Everyone knows my thoughts of Makina. We all have very clear thoughts of what we think of Makina. If there's one thing that sums up my thoughts entirely, just give me a second here. I wish I could access this a lot easier, but no, I cannot. I cannot, apparently. Also, I'm gonna turn noise suppression back on. Hold on. I'm dumb. Yeah, just do that. What are my thoughts of Makina? Very simple. My thoughts of Makina. Yeah. That's my thoughts of Makina. I wish I could easily access my own sound alerts from here, but I cannot. I have to do it awkwardly on my phone. But whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Let's see what the hell Makina's teaching Yumiko.
そんな決意もイリスさんの前では無意味だったかもしれないわね。
なんだよ。人がせっかく気合い入れてムード出してんだから、もっと乗ってきてくれてもいいじゃんかよ。
だって私がイリスさんから教えてもらうのは甘え方のはずでしょ。それがどうしてどっからでもかかってこいになるのよ。
Huh?
そこ聞きたい？聞いときたい？
そうね、これからのやる気にも関わるところだし、ぜひ聞かせてもらいたいわ。
ほんじゃ手短に説明すんだけど、お兄ちゃんに甘えようと思ったら抱きつき方を学ぶ必要があるのよさ。
Is she trying to teach Yumiko how to glump?
抱きつき方？
きっとユミちゃんにも覚えがあるはずなのよ。子宮がキュンってなるようなことを言われて抱きつこうとしたらひらりとかわされてしまったってことが。
言われてみれば素直に抱きつけるケースは少ないわね。
Oh my god.
それどころかびっくりさせようと後ろからギュッてしてみれば真顔で「ん？サボりの練習か?」って言われたことだってあるわ。
Yeah, that sounds like a Yuji thing, alright. That definitely sounds like a Yuji thing.
な、だからそんな男とイチャイチャしようと思ったら甘える側が身につけるしかないのよさ。
Alright,
絶対に避けられない抱きつき方を。
what's an utterly unavoidable hug, Makina?
イリスさん、あなたそこまで考えて。
And Yuriko's fallen for it, hook, line, and sinker.
くっくっく、女が口を開けて待ってるだけでよかった時代は終わったのよ、ユミちゃん。
何この既視感のありすぎる無駄な力強さは。
Oh, good lord.
ズバリお兄ちゃんの影響。
Yes, he has been a bad influence. A very bad influence.
納得がいったわ。
んで、こういう時は口で説明するより実際にやってみた方が早いから、ユミちゃんの身体能力見せてみてって話だったのよさ。
そういうことだったのね。
というわけで、改めてどこからでもかかってきなさい。
Oh my god.
わかったわ。イリスさんのように小柄な女の子に飛びかかるのは気が引けるけれど、これも訓練だわね。
Training is training. Okay then.
遠慮はいらないから全力でかかってきてほしいのよ。
Don't break her though. She's very tiny and very fragile.
それじゃあ行くわよ。
そいふんそいふんそ
どういうこと？掴もうとする直前で姿が。
ーい。ぬふふ、それは私がずらしを使ってユミちゃんの意識外へ移動していたからなのよ。
God.
意識外？
とまあ、弟子の私相手でこんな感じだと成功法でお兄ちゃんを攻略するのは難しいのよさ。
Okay, I gotta give it to Makina. I gotta give it to Makina. She does know what she's talking about in her own weird way.
やっぱりそうなるわよね。
そこで対お兄ちゃんよマル秘必勝法の出番なのよ。
いかにもうさんくさい名前だけれど、本当にそんな必勝法が？
そう、どんなに非力な女の子でもコツさえつかめば確実に相手の懐に飛び込める必殺技。
She's managed to perfect the art of the surprise glump.
それが宿地なんのよさ。
Slide dash?
まったくもう、なんで私が食材の買い出しを手伝わなくちゃならないのよ。
Oh no. Oh no. Michiru, no. It's gonna happen to her, isn't it?
仕方ないじゃん。ユージは出かけちゃってたし、
マキナはユミコと講義の真っ最中だったんだから。
だったらサチに頼めばよかったじゃない。私にだって暇を持て余すっていう大事な用事があったんだからね。
Important thumb twiddling. Oh my.
要するに暇ってことじゃない。っていうか、おだちんのアイスもちゃんと買ってあげたでしょ。
もしかしてこれが労働の対価だったの？安っ！私安っ！
まあ、たまにはいいじゃない。私はみちると一緒に買い物できて楽しかったわ
Aw,
よ。
that's sweet at least.
何よ急に。そんなこと言われたって私は騙されないんだからね。って私を身代わりにしたマキナとユミコはどこよ。そろそろ午後の講義も終わりでしょ。
噂をすれば、あそこで何かやってるのってマキナとユミコじゃない？
なに
まずは宿地を使ってお兄ちゃんに肉吐く。ユージ続けてバカっぽく効果音必死。そこで畳みかけるように上目遣いでおねだり。はい。
今日は大丈夫な日だから。
Fucking Grisaia, man.
ふむ。ユミちゃんエロ。私が男だったら休憩を宿泊に切り替えていたところだったのよさ。
そうかしら。
Oh my god.
というわけで今の感覚を忘れないうちにもう一度行くのよ。レンちゃん。
あまね思わず買い物袋を落としちゃうほどショックだったのはあるけどそれ以上は見ちゃダメよ。目があったら付き合わされるから。
Yup, you're not wrong.
そうね。
Just run.
自分ではなんとなくコツがつかめてきたような気がするのだけれど、どうかしら。
そうな。もう少し練習すれば精度もぐっと上がるはずなのよさ。
頑張ってみるわ。ちょっと待って、電話だわ。
相手は誰？アダルトサイト巡りの副産物的な架空請求業者？
ユージよ。アルデラさんとの用事が終わったのかもしれないわね。
じゃあユミちゃんはそのまま練習を続けてて。電話には私が代わりに出るから。
I would not trust her to take that call.
ちょっと。
私だ。
I called this number expecting to speak with Yumiko.
へへへ。どう？似てたのよ。
Of who?
お？私としたことがキャラ設定の説明をすっかり忘れていたのよさ。
Of course. You can tell me all about that some other time, Makina. I'm more interested in why you're answering Yumiko's phone.
事情を説明すると、ユミちゃんの訓練がいいところだったから、代わりに私が出てみたのよさ。
I see. Glad to hear she's working hard.
そんで、お兄ちゃんの用事は何？伝言があるなら伝えておくのよ。
Okay then. I finished up over here, so I should be back at the dorm in about an hour. Can you let her know?
了解なのよさ。
That's all I really needed.
じゃあ、存在感のある金髪の尻を撫でたりしてないで、まっすぐ家に帰ってくるのよ。
He's on fucking speakerphone, isn't he? Right. With a small sigh, I close my cell phone and slide it into the pocket of my pants.
電話の相手はマキナ？
Yeah. She warned me not to grope your behind.
何よそれ。
I don't really get it either, but I guess she was putting in a word on Yumiko's behalf.
だったら今日は早く帰ってあげた方がいいわね。寮まで送るわ。
There we go. Okay. Sorry for that. Sorry to make it go out of your way. And here comes the slide dash. In order to avoid any possible trouble, I get out of JB's car a ways from the academy and walk up to the gates. Yumiko's waiting outside. When she spots me, she immediately begins to run in my direction. From the looks of things, she intends to leap into my arms. But once I realize that, I can't help wanting to tease her a little. Obeying my instincts, I prepare to execute a quick sidestep just as Yumiko is about to envelop me in a passionate embrace. But at the very last moment, she abruptly vanishes from view. What? In the next instant, something rams into my body with all the power of a runaway racehorse.
やった。うまくいったわ。
The air's been knocked out of my lungs. Struggling to stay conscious, I let my eyes turn downward and find a head full of glossy black hair pressed against my chest. That was a slide dash. Since when was Yumiko capable of that? Unfortunately, I'm not able to vocalize the question. Stunned by the unexpected blow, I slowly slump forward against Yumiko. You done gone and knocked the wind out of him. Just like Machina does to literally everybody.
ユージの方から私に寄りかかってきてくれるなんて珍しいわね。
This girl doesn't even realize what she's done to me.
でも嬉しい。
Clearly misunderstanding the situation, Yumiko blushes bashfully and buries her face in my chest. Once I regain control of my body, I quickly pull back to a more normal posture.
おかえりなさい、ユージ。
Right. As soon as this somewhat belated greeting leaves her mouth, Yumiko goes right back to nuzzling her face against me.
ユージ。大好きなユージの匂い。私を女にした男の匂い。
Okay, that's creepy. I mean, I don't know. The whole scent thing is a little weird. The scent of a man I love that made me his. Oh, I don't. No, that's like. That's hentai levels of writing right there. Ugh. No one would actually say that. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
どうしよう。何時間でもこうしていられそう。
What is with these girls and sniffing fucking everything? You really don't hold back, do you? It's almost like I'm dealing with a Mane.
ちょっとユージ、ここで他の女の子の名前を出すのは失礼だと思うわよ。
Oh, maybe, but... What with the sniffing and all, I think it's a pretty natural comparison.
でも、許してあげる。今日はユージが優しかったから。
I'm glad you're not upset, but... What was that slide dash just now? Since when could you do that?
ああ、それは講義の時間にイリスさんから教えてもらったからよ。
Are you serious?
ええ、これさえ覚えれば必ずユージに抱きつける必殺技があるって。
If Makino was teaching you that, her lesson must have been...
イリスさんの担当は甘え方よ。
So that's how it is. It was nerve-wracking enough when I heard she was studying tsundere techniques from Michiru. But a course in affection from Makina? Of all people?
だからイリスさんには感謝しなければいけないわね。これは素晴らしい技術。そう、今まで受けた講義の中で一番ためになったかもしれないわ。
Good for you, I guess. Yumiko murmurs to herself with a perfectly serious expression on her face. Feeling the beginnings of a headache coming on, I turn my eyes upward and gaze off into the distance.
男は諦めが肝心なのよ。お兄ちゃん。
イリスさん？
Of course she was there the whole time. We knew she was there.
デレ属性を持つ女はめんどくさい。出れることに慣れていない分、男に出れる際の遠慮がないものなのよさ。
I see. Yeah, can't say you're wrong. For one thing, Yumiko doesn't show her true self except when we're alone together. It probably makes the gap between her two personalities all the more pronounced.
あなた、いつからそこに？
Oh my god.
ユミちゃん何言ってんの？電話の後、一緒にお兄ちゃんを出迎えようって話になってたじゃん。
Did you just forget Makino was with you?
そうだったわよね。
You just forgot Makino was with you the entire time. Good job. Good job, Yumiko. Good job.
クラスメイトの存在を忘れて目先の幸せに溺れるなんて、私は恥ずかしい女だわ。
何を恥ずかしがることがありますか？私はお兄ちゃんとイチャイチャしてもらうためにユミちゃんに宿地を授けたのよ。そしてユミちゃんは真剣に訓練に取り組み、見事にお兄ちゃんの寵愛を受けることができた。そんなユミちゃんを誰が笑うというのですか？
I mean, she's not wrong. As much as it pains me to say it, she ain't wrong.
イリスさん。
今日はよく頑張ったな、ユミちゃん。
Forgetting about me entirely, the two of them gaze at each other with glistening eyes while they're getting close. And as if to confirm their newfound friendship, they reach out for a firm handshake.
でも公共の場で発情はまずいと思うのよ。今のはさすがの私もちょっと引いたのよさ。
そうね。一瞬でもイリスさんのことを見直そうとした私が愚かだったわ。
Well, can't say I'm surprised it ended up like this. Yumiko's armor is full of chinks these days. The others are taking advantage of that for their own amusement, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But even so, I'm glad to see you're enjoying yourself, Yumiko.
楽しそうって、こうしてイリスさんにからかわれている私が？
That's what it looks like to me. Was I wrong?
あ、今の私が楽しそう。
Yeah. And I got the same impression watching your lessons yesterday, actually. You dumbass. You No! You weren't supposed to say that. Now she's gonna be like, what? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yuji, you're sleeping on the couch tonight. Amane spiced up her lesson with obscene advice. Michiru babbled about absurd nonsense. But even as Yumiko sighed in exasperation, a part of her was sincerely enjoying it. That's how it looked to me, at least.
そう。そういうことだったのね。
I'm just waiting for her to realize. I'm gonna click enter and she's probably gonna realize, so let's do countdown. I forgot, I can't hold up just 3 fingers. Really random thing. I can't hold up, like, just 3 fingers normally on this hand. Like, I can hold up 3 fingers here, fine. Like, cool. I try here. I gotta, like, specifically hold my pinky down to get the ring finger up. The minute I let go, it starts moving. Like, it's like these two are, like, linked. This one, no problem. I can move each one individually, no problem. Here, it wants to drag it with it. I don't know why. Like, I could physically hold up my ring finger like this, a little no problem. It kind of hurts a bit. It strains a little. But if I try to do it here, I am forcing myself to do it. That's as good as I can get. Because I'm holding the pinky down. The pinky wants to go with it. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just some weird thing I noticed, like, maybe a few years ago. Just a few years ago, I kind of noticed, huh? These 2 fingers are, like, pretty linked. And the pinky's, like, holding the ring finger back. Because I can hold up the pinky, move, and, like, you know, do whatever, no problem with it. Same with this one. In fact, I have more movement in my fingers here on my right hand than on my left. Like, these ones, they move no problem. These guys feel more limited. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Didn't stop me from, you know, doing anything at all, really, truly. It's just like the left hand isn't as dexterous. Yeah, so that's just a random observation. So maybe now I'm going to screw up a lot of you here that are watching. And you're going to be like, wait, do I have something similar to that? And then your entire life is going to be stuck thinking about that forever and ever. It's like, how did that happen? When did this happen? Is there any way for it to go away? Am I stuck like this? It'll now forever be stuck in the back of your mind. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, so 3, 2, 1.
だから私は
Oh. Never mind. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay. Well, I'm usually wrong. Apparently oblivious to the fact I've just admitted to peeking in on her lessons, Yumiko staggers off toward the school building.
お？ユミちゃんどうしたの？もしかして下痢？唐突な腹下り？
Why do they keep bringing up diarrhea and like shit in this game? Oh my god. I think it's more likely that your teasing sent her into a state of emotional shock.
昨日のこともあるし、もしかしたらやりすぎてしまったかもしれないのよさ。
I know the girl leaves herself open to this sort of thing, but she can be surprisingly fragile at times.
そう言われると、なんだか心配になってきたのよ。
Not to worry. I'll go see how she's doing. Once I've given Makina a comforting pat on the head, I hurry after Yumiko. Mihama Academy's school building is extravagantly large, given the small number of students enrolled at present, but only a certain portion of it is typically accessible. And when I narrow things down further by considering the places Yumiko might visit, I more or less know where to go. The roof. Climbing the building's stairs to the very top, I ease open the heavy door I find there. Jesus Christ. Warm sunlight and a brilliant blue sky greet me. It's a scene that brings back some memories, and Yumiko's standing quietly in the middle of it. Okay, this is actually a nice CG. I like that. I do like this CG. Figured you might be here.
Yuji.
When I speak to her softly, she answers, but doesn't turn around. I can understand why you want to flee up here, but don't hold it against Makina, okay? She feels bad about taking the joke too far.
だとしたら、イリスさんには悪いことをしてしまったわね。でも、そうじゃないの。
It isn't?
うん。私、ユージに指摘されてやっと気がついたのよ。どうして自分がクラスメイトに講義を頼んだのか、その理由がね。
What do you mean?
普通何か真剣に学びたいことがあったとしたら、その道を極めた人に指示するのが最善よね。その効率の良さは、この学園の学生なら誰もが知っているわ。
Sure. True enough.
でも、私はそうせずに、あえてクラスメイトから学ぶ道を選んだ。それはもちろん、私がそうするべきだと思ったからなのだけれど、なぜそうした方がいいと思ったのか、その明確な理由が自分でもよくわからなかったのよ。
What Yumiko's saying is probably the truth. In retrospect, the idea didn't quite make sense from the start. It's natural to prefer a little privacy when you're struggling to overcome your weaknesses. At the very least, you wouldn't want your teacher to be someone who knows you well. Nah. Never to speak, Baron. But even knowing it would be awkward, Yumiko deliberately chose to learn from her classmates. It seems fair to assume she had another reason for doing so.
多分、私はずっとこういう時間に憧れていたのよ。
She's learning, but she's also using it as an excuse to get closer to the classmates she's kind of ignored for the past few years. You have?
そう。友達と他愛もない話をしながら一緒になって何かをする。付き合っている人とのことをからかわれて怒ったり、子供みたいに一つのことに夢中になって最後は笑い合って、そういう普通の女の子なら誰もが経験するような当たり前の時間にね。
As she speaks these words, Yumiko's voice is incredibly gentle. Deep down inside, she never really wanted to be alone. And because I know this, her words carry all the more weight.
私はひねくれ者だから、今の今までそのことに気づかなかったのよ。
Contrary person, huh?
え、何せ、カッターナイフと小説が友達のネクラ女だもの。
Sounds like Yumiko's putting herself down, but the fact she's laughing at the person she used to be is proof she's trying to move forward. A bit relieved, despite myself, I wait for her to continue.
実際、自分の苦手なものと向き合うのは大変だったけれど、それ以上に楽しい時間だった。クラスメイトとだって びっくりするくらいたくさん話すことができたわ。それこそ1年前には考えることすらできなかったくらいにね。
I see.
でもだからこそ不安になってしまうのよ。今までこんなに幸せを感じたことはなかったから。
Yumiko realized what it is she wanted, and that knowledge leaves her uncertain. A sudden gust of wind blows by. Her skirt flaps, and her long black hair sways. Feels like a manifestation of her heart's anxious wavering. Until now, Yumiko's lived in a hollow world where any happiness she found was snatched away from her. The fear she's feeling right now is only natural. But the solution to this problem happens to be surprisingly simple. In that case, just focus on enjoying the present.
今を楽しむ。
When you're dealing with something you aren't used to, sometimes you get anxious. Sometimes you fail. So what? This fear isn't any different from what you've experienced in those lessons, as you tried to overcome your weaknesses.
でもだからといって
There's no second chances if you fail? I don't think that's true. I know you've had a lot of sudden endings in your life so far. But together, we eliminated their root cause. There's no need to shrink in fear at the thought of failure. As long as you keep reaching out to them, you'll have plenty of chances to try again. The present you're living in right now is exactly the one you wanted, Yumiko. So if you're enjoying the time you spend with Amane, Michiru, Makina, and Sachi, then there's nothing to worry about.
悩む必要がない。
The fact you're feeling anxious just proves how deeply you've come to care about them. Look at him. The respect for Yuji has gone up. Respect for Yuji is going up again. Like, as he kind of said back in Fruit, he's not here to solve all their problems for them. He's here to guide them on the path to helping themselves. He's just helping her realize this stuff. It's like, inside she knows, she just doesn't fully comprehend it yet. He's just kind of laying it out for her. Unfortunately, none of them are the sort to throw in the towel on you over a mishap or two. You know that by now, right?
そうね。どちらかといえば、いつも音を上げているのは私の方だもの。
So there you have it. Instead of walking on eggshells all the time, why don't you just do whatever you feel like doing?
私がやりたいと思ったこと。
I know you guys aren't the best at communicating, but if you're honestly enjoying your time together, they're gonna know it.
確かに、ユージの言う通りかもしれないわね。変に意識してもきっとうまくいかない。それなら、いつもの私というものを意識してみるわ。
Yeah, sounds about right. After all, a real friend is someone you can be around without putting on any airs.
でも、自分がやりたいことというのもすぐには浮かばないものね。
Real worldly desires, huh? Guess you're more enlightened than I thought.
無欲とは少し違うわね。
What do you mean?
私がやりたかったことはもう叶ってしまったのよ。ずっと行きたいと思っていた遊園地はユージが連れて行ってくれたし、花火だってやることができたから。
Wait, fireworks?
去年の夏休みにみんなで海へ出かけたことがあったでしょ。
Ah, So she also wanted to experience fireworks like Machina did? Of course I do, but was playing around with fireworks like that something you'd wanted to do?
厳密に言うと、お祭りの夜なんかに上がる打ち上げ花火というものに強い憧れがあったのよ。
The big displays, huh?
そう。私が母の実家にいた頃はいつも一人で庭で絵を描いていたって話はしたわよね。
Yeah, she is an artist. Yeah.
それはお祭りの日も同じだったから。私が知っていたのは遠くの空に小さく上がった音が遅れてだから、次の日の学校でお祭りに参加したみんなが興奮気味に花火の話をしているのが羨ましかったのよ。間近で見る花火はどんな感じなんだろう。びっくりするくらい綺麗なのかなって。何時間もベッドの中で考えるくらいにね。
Oh my god, this cough does not want to go away. I take Buckley's like every day and it still just doesn't want to go. I see. Ugh. At this point, the sound of fireworks displays mostly reminds me of artillery shells going off in the distance. But when I was young, Kazuki did take me to a show by the river, and I still remember how thrilling it was to feel the power of those explosions. As a child, Yumiko didn't even have the chance to experience that simple pleasure.
でも、それは私の勘違いだった。
It wasn't the fireworks themselves you were interested in, huh?
そう。この学園に来て、初めてみんなで出来合いの花火をやった時に気づいたのよ。私が憧れていたのは、間近で見る打ち上げ花火じゃなくて、誰かと一緒に花火を楽しめる時間そのものだったんだって。
You didn't seem that excited at the time, to be honest.
仕方ないじゃない。あの時の私にはあれが精一杯だったんだから。
Right. You were in the middle of your Yumicorn period at the time, I guess.
だから、これからはもう少し素直になれたらいいと思っているわよ。
Also, what the fuck is a Yumicorn? That's probably a reference to something that happened in fruit. I just can't remember it. I wish you could say that a little more decisively.
とにかくそういうことなの。
That's so?
ええ。それに、私はあなたと一緒なら、ユージと一緒にいられるなら、他には何もいらないわ。
From my position, I can't see the expression on Yumiko's face. But from the tone of her words, I can tell they're not lies or empty flattery. And more than anything else, I want to live up to them. I want to keep that radiant smile on her face. Alright then. Why don't we go on a sketching trip tomorrow?
Huh?
Now that I think about it, you didn't really get to do much drawing while we were holed up in that apartment together.
確かに、堂々と外を出歩けるようになった今なら、絵を描くことだって難しくないけれど。でも、どうして急に？
Well, JB was thoughtful enough to get me an actual day off tomorrow. I can spend it entirely with you.
一日中、ユージと一緒？
Figured I might as well act like a boyfriend once in a while. So I'm inviting you on a date, basically.
デート？
Okay, why are you blushing? We've done more embarrassing things than this plenty of times already.
それはそうだけど。でも、デートは女の子にとって特別なものなのよ。
I don't quite understand it myself, but I'm not a woman. Suppose I'll have to take Yumiko's word for it. So, anyway, you willing to indulge me?
ユージのわがまま
Right. I'm the one who's proposing this date, remember? It's something I want to do.
ユージ
That being the case, I'd like to know how my girlfriend feels about the...
行く明日は絶対にユージとデートするわ
Oh, man. Oh, man, I love this dynamic between the two of them. Between the two of them, I love this dynamic. Like, Michiru is best girl for me, 100%, but the best route just in general and, like, kind of connection between characters is Yuji and Yumiko. The two of them really play off each other really well. Honestly. Like I said in the discussion stream I had with Mochi. While I might like Michiru and her route a lot, Yuji and Yumiko is like probably the better pairing. Just the whole way it goes. Like, it's just too good. Oh, hey Jen, how's it going? That a fact? Guess it's settled then.
ってどうして一歩後ずさったのかしら
Sorry. Your level of enthusiasm slightly alarmed me.
引かないでよだいたい私がこうなっちゃうのだってユージが悪いのそのデートなんてめったに誘ってくれないから
And there's some soon. These are the same girls as the other group? Yep! Yep, it is. The exact same girls.
セーブするわ
Let me just put a save there quick. This is just their after stories, because Labyrinth of Grisaia not only had Yuji's entire backstory, it also has after stories for all the girls' routes from Fruit. Michiru is the lolly. No! Makina is the lolly. Michiru is the blonde-haired pseudo-tsundere, who is the butt of every joke. Yuji's daddy with Yumiko was daddy issues with a knife. Yumiko had daddy issues. I'm just trying to remember, the character designs aren't the very memorable, sadly. Yeah, you're not wrong. They are fairly generic, I will say. You're not wrong there. Who has daddy issues with knife? Yumiko, the one on screen right now. She's the one that always threatened people with a box cutter and had problems with her dad, and her whole route was dealing with that. At least back in Fruit. Now she's just trying to be more feminine? I don't know. She's trying to learn stuff from all the other girls. But also using it as an excuse to finally be friends with them after being so standoffish for years. Ugh. True enough. I'll definitely have to work on that. Okay, so I had the right girl, but PC had the text.
うんだから明日のデートは私に任せて
He was the one to invite you out on the date, but you're the one that wants to plan it? Okay. Oh? You have something in mind?
それはこれから一生懸命考えるわユージが私とデートしてよかったって思ってくれるようにね
Yumiko?
それくらいは彼女にやらせてくれてもバッチは当たらないと思うわよ
No, I guess not. I'll take you up on that offer, Yumiko.
あり とうユージ。ユージとデートか。
Seeing Yumiko now compared to how she was in Fruit is quite literally night and day. She hasn't pulled the box cutter out once. She's giggling and smiling a hell of a lot more, too. Well, that's what happens when you get rid of one major stressor that was her entire life.
でも、絵を描くのは久しぶりだから、恥ずかしいところを見せないように少し練習しておいた方がいいわよね。うん。そうだ、どうせならお弁当作って河川敷で一緒に食べるっていうのも楽しそうね。
Ah, you killed her dad. Got it. No, we didn't actually kill her dad. We just got him ousted as CEO of his own company, leaving him financially ruined and making him finally realize I've been a horrible, emotionally manipulative scumbag my entire life, leading to my one wife killing herself. And trying to use my daughter as basically just a pawn and a political tool. But I don't feel bad about it because my own father did the same thing to me and ruined me emotionally. I need to learn to be a person again. Yeah. Yeah, we managed to give the father an existential crisis to try and better himself. We haven't seen him at all in the after story. He's only kind of been brought up as just kind of like, yeah, we ousted him from his position. That's about all. Yeah, killing him would have been way too easy. And I don't think Yuji actually wanted to do that because, yeah, he's a complete total shitbag, but like, he's still her father. She still kind of, at least somewhat deep down, cares. She doesn't like him, but like, yeah. Turning quickly away, Yumiko begins muttering to herself in an excited tone of voice. It's like looking at a kid all worked up about their upcoming field trip. I can only hope tomorrow turns out to be as enjoyable a day as it possibly can be. Alright, we're at the riverbank. Oh no.
すごく楽しみにしていたのに。やっぱりこうなってしまうのね。
Oh no. What happened?
シナリオ進行度の確認をするわよ。
Okay, we're halfway done her after story. Okay, I've said it, but every time I look at this stuff and see it, I like how Grisaia did its sequel. Not committing to a single girl, having one in Fruit. You have after stories for each girl that took place after their routes in Fruit, and then you have the main, I guess, a main timeline where he helped them all, but never got with any of them, so they could still continue on and not alienate, 4/5 of the audience. Honestly, I think it's like the smartest thing they could have done for a sequel to a visual novel. Because the minute you commit to a single girl, you've just killed off most of your audience and their actual, interest. Especially just the inclusion of the after stories, you get to see more. Like, I like that. Alright, how'd the date turn out terribly? What the hell happened?
でもこれで確信したわ。私とユージが心置きなく恋人生活を満喫するためには、魔の手が届くことのない遠くへ行くしかないってことが。
Don't tell me the other girls decided to just kind of crash the date. Clenching her trembling fists, Yumiko mutters that to herself with the expression of a woman about to shed bitter tears. If things had gone according to plan, right about now we'd be reminiscing happily about all the fun we had on our date. Instead, we find ourselves here, thanks to what can only be called an unfortunate series of events. Oh no. Anyway, that's what we'd like to propose as a potential use for the school's remaining operational funds. Can we get your opinion as the principal? Oh, that's also a thing happening in her after story right now, just to kind of briefly catch you up here, Jen. The school is shutting down because, well, now that her dad has been removed from power, this entire school he built as more or less a cage for her, more or less, has no reason to be operational anymore. So in 3 months, they're going to shut it down entirely. But the principal was given an off-the-books, like, slush fund that she could use in case any problems arise with any of the students. It is apparently a massive amount of money, like a ridiculous amount that she can't even, like, just say, I'll just pocket it and take it home with me. It's, like, way too big. So she wants to use it on the students for something, because it was technically for them anyway, but she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to use it for, exactly. So she asked everyone, and even then, apparently buying 10 dishwashers, 10 machine guns, and 10 of some other suggestion I can't remember wouldn't even put a dent into it. This is a massive amount of money. So, this whole time, they're still trying to figure out, what are we going to use it on? We have 3 months to figure out what we're going to use all of this money on. I mean, my suggestion is, split it up 7 ways. Give a piece of it to each of the 6 students, and then keep a little bit for yourself as the principal, because you've definitely earned it dealing with all their bullshit. Like, that's the only solution I can think of. Just split the money up 7 ways, and just, like, here you go. Do what you want with it. It's yours. Also, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm going to be right back. back. Alright, let's see what they came up with.
そうね。私としても風見くんの考えには賛成だし、正規の手続きを取りさえすればそれほど難しい話ではないと思うけれど。
Doesn't look like you're completely on board, though.
納得がいかないんじゃなくて驚いているのよ。風見くんの呼びかけがあったとはいえみんなの意見がすんなりとまとまったことにね。
Okay, what did they come up with, though? I can't really comment on that myself. Maybe your policy of fostering harmony between your students has finally paid off, Chizuru.
もしそうだとしたらそれはとても喜ばしいことだと思うけれど、私が目指していたのは
Oh my god.
もっと単純なものだったのよ。
I sometimes wish I knew when their voice lines be done. Something simpler?
私はこの学園で作ってもらいたかったの。お互いの境遇を知った上でそれでも付き合っていくことのできる普通の友達をね。
Friends, huh? Given that we can't just erase our pasts, misfits like us need to find people who can understand and accept us. In that sense, I was damn lucky that the person who took me in all those years ago was a woman as absurd as Kusakabe Asako. When you're around someone who knows that indifference or superficial kindness aren't going to solve your problems, it gets a lot easier to start moving forward. Chizuru was probably trying to create an environment like that for us. In that case, I think you can hold your head high.
ね？それはどういう意味？
You'll probably understand soon enough.
あなたはまたそうやって私に意地悪するつもりなのね。
That's not what I...
言い訳の必要はありません。風見くんがそういう人だということはよくわかっていますから。
Okay then. Mind if I get this conversation back on track?
そういうところが意地悪だっていうのよ。
Hmm? You say something?
なんでもありません。
Seems like I stepped on another landmine at some point. So it sounds like you're alright with our proposal, Chizuru. Does that mean I have the principal's official approval?
ええ、風見くんの案を正式に採用することにして、早速手続きを進めておくわ。
I see. I was half expecting her to turn me down, but I guess it all worked out somehow.
嬉しそうな顔しちゃって。
What?
口元、にやけていたわよ。
Can't deny I was feeling happy, but I didn't know I was smiling. Brushing my fingers experimentally across my cheeks, I take a sip of the tea Chizuru prepared for us.
話がまとまって一息つくのもいいけれど、あまりのんびりはしていられないんじゃない？
Well, does she also know about our date? What do you mean? I'm off work today.
その代わりに、今日は榊さんと約束があるんでしょ？
How does she know about our date? Okay, Chizuru. Why do you know this?
女の子の情報も侮ってはいけませんよ、風見くん。
Before we get into that, I need to question whether you really qualify as a girl at this point.
私はまだ十分に女の子の範囲です。
He's calling her a hag. Oh my god, I need a Chizuru route. I wish there was a Chizuru route. She's definitely got less tolerance for the age-related jokes these days.
学園長さんとの話はもう終わり？
beating a hasty retreat from Chizuru's office, I find Yumiko standing by in the hallway outside. What, were you waiting for me?
うん。最初は部屋で待っているつもりだったのだけれど、どうしても我慢できなくて。
You know she's excited when. I think it's cute. I have to admit, it's nice to hear that. Still, I don't think that took more than 15 minutes.
それに、ユウジが学園長さんとイチャイチャしないか心配だったし。
Oh my god. Didn't quite catch that. Something about Chizuru?
なんでもないわ。それより早く部屋に戻って出かける準備をしましょう。
Right. Sounds like a plan. I guess I can just wear my school uniform, right? After Yumiko pulls me by the arm back to the dorm, I end up just waiting for her in my room, rather than changing into clothes I bought while we were on a run. Oh, while we were on the run. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I gotta learn to read more before I speak. Normally, going out with your girlfriend warrants dressing up a little, but that doesn't necessarily apply to Yumiko. Unless I'm very much mistaken, she's probably gonna show up wearing her school uniform. Come in.
お待たせ、ユウジ。
Called it. When I reply to her knock, Yumiko enters my room, dressed exactly as I expected. Well done, Yumiko. Dropping my hands onto her shoulders, I offer her my sincere praise.
どうして部屋に入ってきただけで褒められているの？私。
I'm praising your attitude with regard to this date.
それはもしかして制服を着てきたことを言っているの？だとしたら当然よ。私たちはまだ美浜学園の学生なのだから街に出るときは制服が基本だもの。
Exactly. That's Sakaki Yumiko for you. Mihama's most sensible woman.
よくわからないけれど、ユウジが満足してくれたのならよかったわ。
I don't know where he's going with that. Blushing slightly, Yumiko adjusts the position of the tote bag hanging from her shoulder. That bag doesn't look like it has your art supplies in it.
ええ、河川敷で絵を描くなら、そこでお昼を取るのがいいかと思ってお弁当を作ってきたのよ。
I'm on board with that plan, but you can't sketch without any supplies, can you?
だから、画材はこれから買いに行こうと思って。
Oh. Okay. Are your old ones no good anymore?
そういうわけでもないのだけれど、せっかくならユウジと一緒に買い物もしてみたかったから。
She wants to spend time with you, dude. You have a day off from literally everything. She wants to make the most of it. I see. While the two of us were on the run, Yumiko was almost never able to leave our apartment. Going out shopping together would definitely be a nice change of pace. I know I left the plan for today up to you, but it seems like you put some real thought into it.
もちろんよ。自分で言い出しておいて、ユウジをがっかりさせるわけにはいかないもの。
I'm looking forward to see what else you got up your sleeve. Why don't we get going? With that said, I head toward my door, but...
あと10分待って。
Why 10 minutes? Yumiko blocks my path in a surprising display of agility. Do you still have something to take care of before we go?
そういうことではなくて、ロビーに出かける準備をしていたアマネとイリスさんがいたのよ。
Oh. Is that some kind of problem?
問題も問題、大問題よ。もし外で2人と鉢合わせしてしまったら。何今日はデート？まったくユミちゃんは欲しがりな女なのよさ。 からかわれるに決まっているわ。
You're really overthinking this, Yumiko.
考えすぎ。そうね。確かに1年前の私だったらこんなことは考えなかった。でもここ数日間の私が受けてきた恥ずかしめの数々はユージも知っているでしょ。
Okay, I get it. She doesn't want to be teased again. Even if she's just going out on a date with her boyfriend, she doesn't want to be teased. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. They do go a little too far most of the time. Ooh, nose. You do have a point there. Setting aside the question of whether those were really humiliations, it wasn't easy consoling Yumiko after she got all sulky.
だから私たちのデートの妨げになりかねない要因はなるべく潰しておきたいのよ。
In that case, what about the people who already know of our plans?
学園長さんのことなら問題ないわ。それは多分私がハルデラさんにかけたお礼の電話が原因だと思うから。
She called up our boss to say thanks for giving him the day off. Wait, you called JB? Don't tell me.
そう。私たちがデートすると分かっていれば急な用事ができたとしても話を振りがたくなるでしょ。
True enough, but you're really thinking like a villain here, Yumiko.
今日という日を楽しむためなら悪魔にだって魂を売り渡せてしまいそうだわ。
Yumiko might actually make a pretty decent mafia boss. Looking at the wicked smile on the girl's face, it's hard to think otherwise.
それじゃあまずは画材の購入からね。
Right. Leaving my room precisely 10 minutes later, we head for the station area at the leisurely pace of a married couple taking a stroll. I glance over at Yumiko every once in a while, but she's gazing at the scenery with such a lively look on her face that I can't really bring myself to start a conversation.
何？人の顔をじっと見て。
Not really. I know the day's just getting started, but I'm reassured to see you looking so happy.
そんなの当然よ。私は今日のデートを本当に楽しみにしていたんだから。
I love cute couple shit like this. I love it. A bit embarrassed by her own words, Yumiko bashfully averts her eyes. That expression packs a serious punch. Part of me is already starting to think about when I can apply for another day off.
一旦ここで止まって。
As we're approaching the station area, Yumiko stops abruptly in her tracks at the end of a small side street. Do we have trouble?
ここから先は人通りの多いエリアだから安全の確認をするわ。
Answering my question in a whisper, Yumiko presses her back against the alley wall and peers cautiously out at the main street.
どうやら知り合いの姿はなさそうね。OK。このままお店に向かいましょう。
Roger that. Yumiko's tone of voice is so serious all of a sudden that I reflexively respond in kind.
ねえねえお母さん、あのお姉ちゃんたちは何をやってるの？
Being weird. Don't just ignore us.
ダメよマー君、目を合わせちゃダメ。
Everyone in our vicinity appears to be looking at us rather suspiciously. I can't really blame them, I suppose. Our uniforms stand out in this crowd, and we're behaving pretty oddly. Look, Yumiko, I do understand how you feel, but maybe we could relax a little?
心配しなくても平気よ。 お店の中に入ってしまえば警戒する必要もなくなるから。
I hope you're right about that.
すごい、1年前より格段に品揃えが良くなっているわ。
Once we enter the art supply store in question, Yumiko instantly forgets about her paranoia and returns to normal. Seems like she can't quite manage to contain her enthusiasm in a place that caters so thoroughly to her hobby. That's me and Gunpla. Like, that is just me and Gunpla. The minute I find anything. The minute I find any shop that has a nice selection, it's just... Yes. I'm looking through them all. Yeah, again, and surprisingly, I did not really get much Gunpla in Anime North. I only got the one that I won from Gunpla Trivia. There were some I had my eye on, but after a dinner that apparently went on too late because for some reason the dealer's room closed at 8 o'clock. Don't know why. The dealer's room at Anime North closed at 8 p.m. the second day. And then by the time I had to catch my flight, the dealer's room would open. So it's like I couldn't buy anything the second day, like at all. I thought I would have more time. I did not. So a little sad. I actually wanted to get, I think I said it, I wanted to get some more art, but I couldn't. I definitely would have gotten at least 1 or 2 more kits, but oh well. It is what it is. I at least had a good time. Murmuring to herself, Yumiko strokes one of the sample paintbrushes on display with her fingertips. Red sable, huh? Aren't those high-end brushes made from weasel hair?
その通りだけれど、よく知っていたわね。
I do know a bit more about art than the average person, thanks to my sister. She used to teach me things while I was watching her paint.
そういえば、ユージのお姉さんはコンクールで賞を取るほどの人だったのよね。
Yeah, she won a few contests, and her work was selling highly for a while. Didn't last very long, though.
そうだったの。
Anyway, do you more or less know what you're looking for?
ええ。
Apparently noticing that I don't really enjoy talking about my sister, Yumiko allows me to change the topic.
今日は水彩で風景画を描こうと思っているから、ラウンド型の筆を買おうと思っているのだけれど、馴染みのあるリスの毛を使った筆と、費用対効果は薄いけれど、繊細な書き味が出せるレッドセーブルのどちらにしようか悩んでいるのよ。
I see. Guess it depends on your priorities, huh?
参考までにどっちがいいと思う？
Well, let's see.
私だったらリスの毛の方を買うかな。
Okay, they crashed the date. That's what happened. They crashed our date. That's why she's pissed off. That's why she's gonna be pissed off later.
私は断然レッドセーブルをおすすめするのよさ。
どうして？
As two interlopers abruptly wedge their way into our conversation, Yumiko's face stiffens with shock.
だって安価なものなら遠慮なく使えるし、新車のハイパワー 4WD より乗り慣れたライトスポーツの方が思い通りに動いてくれるもんじゃん。
でもユミちゃんは初心者ってわけじゃないんだし、ここらで新しい感覚をつかんでみるのも一興だと思うのよ。
そういうことではなくて、どうしてアマネとイリスさんがここに？
No, she's actually keeping up and calling Amane Amane and not Suo-san. Alright, cool.
それがまたマキナがテレビに影響されちゃったみたいで、突然筆とキャンバスが私を呼んでいるって言い出して。
最寄りの画材屋さんに顔を出してみればユミちゃんが悩んでるようだったから私なりにアドバイスをしてみたのよさ。
じゃあロビーで会った時に買い物へ行くと言っていたのは。
It was an art shopping trip.
マキナが使う油絵の画材を買いに行こうとしてたってわけ。
そうだったのね。
Her voice now thoroughly listless, Yumiko hangs her head and mutters something about her carelessness. For all the effort she spent to avoid accidentally meeting Amane and Makina on the street, she clearly didn't consider the possibility their destination might be the same as ours. Well, Yumiko, we've heard their opinions. Which brush you going for?
そうね。今回は久しぶりに絵を描くからリスの毛の方を買うことにするわ。
ほんじゃこっちのカートの中身も一緒によろしく。
Oh, no!
私が払うの？
リボ払いで。
しかもリボ。
ああ、ごめんユミコ。マキナの分は後で私が払うから。
Oh my god.
そういうことなら。
With clear reluctance on her face, Yumiko heads for the registers with Makina in tow.
あのさ、ユージ、もしかして私たちってお邪魔だった？
Yes, you're interrupting a date she's meticulously planned. Considering that we're in the middle of a date, I guess you could say that. But we ran into each other coincidentally. There's no need to feel awkward about it.
そう言ってもらえるとちょっと気が楽になるかも。
Now, if you'd kindly take the little gremlin and go somewhere else, it'd be very appreciated. I have to say, I was pretty surprised to see you two in an art store, though.
意外といえば、ユージがデートっていうのも意外じゃない？
I know it's a little out of character, but Yumiko's been putting in a lot of effort lately. I wanted to do something for her.
まあ、ユミコはユージのために頑張ってるわけだし、ご褒美も必要よね。
For me?
そう、本人は苦手を克服するためって言ってるけど、料理や掃除ができるようになりたいっていうのは明らかに好きな人のためでしょ。言ってみれば、ユミコが取り組んでいるのは花嫁修行みたいなものなのよ。
God. Where does the tsundere lessons come into play? Housewife training, huh?
結婚考えてないわけじゃないんでしょ？
Yeah, you're only on the run and lived with her for an entire year. Yeah. I haven't made any concrete decisions, but at this point, I can't imagine spending my life with anyone else.
それを聞いて安心した。ユミコは好きになった人のためにひたむきに頑張れるいい子なんだから、ちゃんと幸せにしてあげてよね。
So hurry up and put a ring on it, is that what you're saying? That's the plan, of course. Just as my conversation with Amane reaches its conclusion, Yumiko and Makina return with plastic bags dangling from their hands.
当初の予定通り初心者飛びつき油絵スタートセットを手に入れたのよさ。
私の方も一通りの道具は揃ったわ。
In that case, I suppose we're ready to go.
そうね。あとは私の腕が衰えていないことを祈るだけだわ。
ってことは、ユージたちはこれから絵を描きに行くの？
No, please, don't invite yourselves along, please.
ええ、今日は河川敷で絵を描くことが一番の目的だから。
そっか、そういうことなら私たちはこれで。
Oh no, the fucking gremlin child. Just as Amane is attempting to be considerate, Makina raises an eyebrow, her attention apparently caught by something or other. What's wrong, Machina?
感じる。
Oh no, this is the new type sound effect. Are you kidding me? Great. She wants to go to the riverbank now, too.
何をだよ。
焦げた砂糖と卵。そして、
Oh,
生クリームの香り。
never mind.
これは間違いなく移動クレープ屋さんの匂いなのよ。
Never mind. That was a food new type flash she had.
クレープ
Yumiko perks up her ears at that. Girl's always had a bit of a sweet tooth.
惜しげもなく美味しそうな匂いを垂れ流されたらもう辛抱たまらないのよさ。
あ、こらマキナ
Before the words even leave Amane's mouth, Machina's bolted out the store and set off running down the street. You alright with this, Amane? Unless you do something, that pudgy little face of hers is gonna get even rounder.
ああ、最近はカロリー調整で甘いものを控えてたからこうなっちゃうのもしょうがないか。そうと決まれば私たちも行くわよ、ユミカ。
Huh?
ちょっと。
Suppose you can't expect a young woman to show restraint when sweets are involved. What the fuck?
すみません。いつもの一つマキナ盛りで。
What the fuck is Machina sized? Teeny tiny?
いつものマキナ盛りですか？
Oh god, this poor work food truck. Following my 3 classmates down the street, I find Machina placing her order while pretending to open an imaginary sushi bar curtain. Indeed, sprightly, some might say.
あんたはいつも脳が通じるほどここのクレープ食べてないでしょうが。
そいつはごめんよ。こういうのは回数より雰囲気かと思って。
Oh my god.
あー、すみません。この子はダブルクリームチョコバナナで、私はガトーショコラ生クリームで。
Double cream choco banana? Okay, that actually sounds good. Surprise, surprise! The guy named Baron Bananas likes banana-flavored things. Is that any surprise? It shouldn't be.
かしこまりました。それで、そちらのお客様は何になさいますか？私はただの付き添いですから。付き添いって何言ってるのよ。せっかくお店の前まで来たんだから、ユミコも頼めばいいじゃない。嫌いじゃない。決して嫌いではないというか、どちらかというと好きな方だけれど。
She's gonna spend a long time trying to figure it out, isn't she?
でも、やっぱり買い食いは行儀が悪いし、それにいざ注文するとなるとどれにしようか迷ってしまって。今子はまたそない面倒なこと言うて。それじゃあもう一つは店員さんのおすすめでお願いします。
Don't do that to the poor worker.
そうですね。おすすめということでしたら、1日に10食限定のスペシャルミックスを作らせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
おお、ぜひそれで。
っていきなりスペシャル。平気平気。ここのクレープは食べやすいし、もしもの時は有事に食べてもらえばいいんだから。
Sure. Don't worry. A little sugar won't ruin my appetite. I'll finish off the lunch you packed either way.
そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいけれど、でもたまにはいいじゃない。こうやって女の子同士で甘いものを食べるのも。そうよね。私も女の子の端くれなのだから、クレープを食べたっておかしくないわよね。
Amane's final remark apparently did the trick. Blushing slightly, Yumiko nods her consent. I find myself recalling a certain early summer day last year, when a certain someone stood scowling in front of a crepe shop for a good 30 minutes. I remember that.
お待たせいたしました。
ありがとうございます。
About 10 minutes later, everyone's orders are finally ready.
すげえ。それがスペシャルの重厚感。
私も実物は初めて見たけど、ものすごくカロリー高そう。こんなに魅力的な、ではなくて、具がたくさん入ったクレープは初めて見るわ。
I can't blame the girls for being surprised. The crepe Yumiko's received is basically a pancake stuffed full of everything you'd expect in a large fruit parfait.
ほら、ユージも見て、こんなに美味しそうなのよ。
I want crepes. I want crepes now. Yeah. Sure is big enough, too. Might hit the spot after a long day of training. To be honest, just looking at that thing is enough to give me heartburn. But it's hard to say that when Yumiko's beaming so happily.
ねえねえユミちゃん、早く食べて。感想プリーズ。
そうよね。出来たてのうちに食べないと美味しさが半減してしまうし。
After murmuring encouragingly to herself, Yumiko steals her resolve and takes a big bite of her massive crepe. And a moment later...
どうしよう。今頼み事をされたら断れる気がしないわ。
Oh my god! She's saying some slightly worrisome things with an expression of sheer bliss on her face.
そこまでだと？じゃあ早速私も一口。
Machina, you have your double cream. Taking advantage of the fact that Yumiko's distracted, Machina proceeds to lean over and steal a bite of her crepe.
ちょっとイリスさん。
Ugh.
何これ？めっちゃうめえ。
Ow, my nose. Ugh. Oh, God. What? My eyes are tearing up because of my nose. What the hell? Oh. Oh, my God. Ugh. Can whatever the hell I have go away, please? Like, my God, I've been dealing with it for a while. By the time Yumiko's even aware of her classmates' act of savagery, Machina's face is already glowing with ill-gotten pleasure.
そんなの当然よ。私が楽しみにとっておいたイチゴのところを食べたんだから。
なんだかんだ言って本当は楽しみにしてたんじゃない。
だってクレープよ。私の大好物なのよ。
いつの間にか開き直ってるし。っていうか大好物だったんだ。
She did stare at a menu outside the store for over half an hour, scaring the people inside. .
それなのに前の学校では登下校中の飲食が禁じられていたから、実際に食べられたのは数えるほどしかなくて。
クレープに対して変なプレミア感がついちゃったってわけね。
ええ。
Oh.
でもそんなに美味しいって言われると私も食べたくなっちゃうよね。
Don't. God damn it. Grinning mischievously, Amane proceeds to take a big bite of Yumiko's crepe.
あまね
ごめんお返しにユミコも私のクレープを食べていいからさ。
まで。そんな あなたが楽しみにしていたクレープを私が食べてしまってもいいの？
Well, you were also looking forward to your crepe, and then these two decided to just, consume most of it.
いや、私の場合は別に思い入れがあるわけじゃないし、そんなに気にする必要ないって。友達同士の食べ合いっこなんてみんなやってることなんだから。
友達同士ね。
I mean, I'll share appetizers and pizza with friends. I don't know about taking literal bites of each other's food like that. Say, hey, yo, bro, you want some of my steak? I'm sorry, I ain't sharing a steak with anybody. Once that slab of meat is in front of me on that plate, it is mine.
私何か変なこと言った？
なんでもない。あまねがそこまで言うなら遠慮なく食べさせてもらうことにするわ。
それじゃどうぞ召し上がれ。
Smiling in evident satisfaction, Amane holds out her crepe. Yumiko proceeds to take a sizable bite. These VAs! Oh my god! They do much more than I think they really need to. There's so many little sounds. I can't get over that. I just cannot get over it.
どうユミちゃん、あまねのガトーショコラの味は？
すごく美味しいわ。
Isn't gateau just cake? Yeah, it's just cake. She got a chocolate cake crepe. They're just trying to be fancy by having a little bit of French sprinkled in. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't want to be fancy. It's not chocolate cake. It's chocolat gâteau. God. I do that and I have a French girlfriend.
でしょ？というわけで次はマキナのチョコバナナをいただこっかな。
ふんじゃ、私ももう一回
Oh
ユ
my
ミちゃんの
god.
スペシャルミックスをば。
Don't take more of Yumiko's crepe. She's had a single bite.
なんでそうなるのよ。今までの流れを考えたらイリスさんはあまねのクレープを食べるのがセオリーでしょ。
そう細かいこと言うなよ。
全然細かくありません。
Yuji's like, and I get nothing. I stand by and watch quietly as the girls continue their lively crepe-themed conversation. If I were to look at this scene through the eyes of a random passerby, probably wouldn't seem like anything more than three young women from the same school killing time by chattering about their sweets. But even so, if someone were to disrupt this moment, I don't think I'd ever forgive them. For some reason, I really do feel that way.
もうあまねとイリスさんに会ってしまったせいで大幅に予定が狂ってしまったわ。本当なら画材屋さんの他にもお店を見て回るつもりだったのに。
Having split up from our classmates near the station, we're currently making our way over to the river. For all Yumiko's grumbling, she's been talking about those two constantly for the last few minutes. Somehow, I don't think she's being completely honest about her feelings.
それにせっかく買ったクレープだって二人に食べられすぎてこんなに少なくなってしまったのよ。
She thrust the treat in question out toward me to emphasize her point. To be sure, it's been reduced to a third of its original size. But you ate some of Amane and Makina's, right?
ええ、しっかりと味わったわ。あの美味しさを一言で説明するなら、ガトーショコラは大人な味で、チョコバナナは可愛らしい味ね。
Hey, who cares if it's on the cute side? I love that shit. I used to, sometimes when I wouldn't have time to get, like, an actual proper meal for break at one of my old jobs, I would get a beaver tail. Specifically, I would get the beaver tail that has Nutella, slices of banana, and powdered sugar on it. It was really good. I like that. I haven't had a beaver tail in years, though. But that was just like that was just always my go-to. Nutella, banana, powdered sugar. I have a bit of reprieve from the rain, so I'm going to take the chance to walk the dog. Okie doke, Jen. Enjoy walking the doggo. Hopefully the rain holds up even more so. Also, yes, so good. Not the best one, but a classic. Exactly. Exactly. Yumiko's face slowly softens into something like a smile. Seems like she's remembering how it felt to bite into those treats. Just from listening to her describe them, it's evident that Yumiko's zeal for crepes is a bit on the extreme side.
ねえ、ユージ。私がこんなにがっかりしているのに、どうしてあなたはちょっと嬉しそうなの？
You were disappointed? Didn't sound that way to me.
私が言っているのは、クレープの話をする前のことよ。
Well, yeah. But running into Amane and Makina gave you an excuse to try those crepes you've been secretly yearning for, right?
そこに関してはもちろん感謝しているわよ。すごく。でも、私が言いたいのはそういうことじゃないのよ。
I do understand where Yumiko's coming from. She obviously wanted today to be just the two of us. Still, it won't do anyone much good if she's too worried about that to relax and enjoy herself. I'm happy you feel that way, but I think it's a little early for regrets. There's still plenty of other stuff left in our itinerary, right? Learn to speak, Baron.
そうよね。今日のデートは河川敷に着いてからが本番なんだもの。
Murmuring a bit of encouragement to herself, Yumiko clenches her fists resolutely. It's nice to see her switching gears, I guess. Wouldn't want to drag her around on a date while she's down in the dumps.
そうだ、ユージもこのクレープを食べてみない？結局さっきは何も頼んでいなかったでしょ？
That's true, but are you sure? There won't be that much left if I start taking bites.
いいのよ。これは私がユージに食べてほしいと思って言い出したことなんだから。
Well, I can't really say no to that.
じゃあ、はいどうぞ。
As Yumiko holds out her crepe, I lean over and take a bite. A pleasant sweetness spreads instantly through my mouth.
ハンカチ使う？
That's okay. I didn't get any cream on my face.
そうではなくて、美味しすぎて涙が出た時に必要でしょ？
Hold on, Yumiko. It's not like I'm a Marine who just came home after an extended tour of duty. Weeping over a crepe would be a bit much.
そう。ユージの心にはこの味が響かなかったのね。
Well, I'm not putting it down either. I don't feel the need to cry, but it's definitely delicious.
でしょ？
The instant she hears me praising the crepe, a smile blooms across Yumiko's face.
よかった。ユージもこのクレープのことを気に入ってくれて。
God, this is cute. This is just cute, guys. I love this. I love this a lot. Is that really so important?
他の人のことはわからないけれど、私にとってはね。無理強いはしたくないけれど、ユージが私と同じものを好きでいてくれたら嬉しいもの。
Ah, I get it. There's no reason Yumiko and I have to see everything the same way, but it's always nice to discover something we can enjoy together. I think that's what she's getting at, basically.
それと、河川敷に着いたらお昼にしようと思っているんだけど、大丈夫？
Yeah. Not to worry. One bite of crepe isn't gonna spoil my appetite.
それを聞いて安心したわ。不器用なりに愛情を込めて作ったお弁当を残されでもしたら泣いてしまうかもしれないもの。
Wait. What? The moment I realize Yumiko's gotten a step ahead of me, my stomach clenches up and emits a soft gurgle of fear.
ユージは一度口にした約束は必ず守ってくれるものね。
Yeah, of course. The look on Yumiko's face is gentle, but her tone of voice is downright cold. Saying no clearly isn't even an option here.
祝日だというのに意外と人が少ないわね。
Excuse me. As we finally arrive at the river, Yumiko looks around the area and murmurs her thoughts. I can see a few people walking on the roads nearby, but as Yumiko said, the riverbank area itself is almost completely empty. Seems just about right to me. It isn't easy to focus on your art when people start playing catch right next to you, right?
でもこれだけ少ないとなんだか寂しくなってしまうわ。
Right. This is something of a special place for us, so I think I can understand how Yumiko feels.
今日は風が気持ちいいわね。
As we head down the slope toward the water, Yumiko's hair stirs in the gentle wind. I know we didn't spend all that much time here, but it makes me feel a little nostalgic to see the place again.
今思えばあの頃の私たちも相当変わった関係だったわよね。
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Eugene is defying gravity's stance. Like, what the hell is this? Like, why is he leaning back so much? Oh, nose. When the two of us were coming out here a year ago, I was just her bodyguard, and she was just the woman I'd been assigned to protect. All she did out here was silently draw or paint in her sketchbooks. I barely ever spoke either. Here we are, a year later, returning as partners in a romantic relationship. It's almost comical, really.
今日もユージは私が絵を描くところを黙って見守ってくれるのかしら？
Well, is your end of the conversation going to consist solely of I'm going to begin and I'm finished? Yumiko smiles at my joke and shakes her head slightly.
それじゃあまずはレジャーシートを広げるのを手伝ってちょうだい。
Leave everything to me. I'm an old hand at pitching tents and starting fires.
ユージの場合、本当に用意してしまいそうだから怖いわ。
たまにはいいもんでしょ。ピクニック気分でお昼っていうのも。
No. Michiru, no. No! Oh no.
はい、みちる様のくせに洒落たことをと思わず感心してしまいました。
No.
くせにって何よ、くせにって。
Just as I finished spreading out our picnic sheet, the ominous sound of two nearby voices catches my attention.
じゃあお弁当を広げてしまうわね。
Sure. Appreciate it. However, Yumiko acts as if she hasn't noticed a thing, so I decide to follow her example for now.
せっかくだし川のそばで食べましょうよ。
Oh no.
そうですね。運が良ければアザラシが見えたりするかもしれませんし。
Huh?
いるのアザラシ。
いるわけないじゃないですか。
ねえサチ、私からささやかな希望を奪って楽しい。
とっても。
そこ笑顔浮かべるとこじゃね
Even as Yumiko spreads our food out on the sheet, the pair of voices draw steadily closer.
え。あそこでなんかカップルっぽい雰囲気を醸しかしてるのって、もしかしてユージとユミコ？
それを言うなら醸し出すですよ、みちる様。
Please, just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just keep walking past us, please, please, please. What now, Yumiko? We've been spotted.
気づかれた？ごめんなさい。ユージが何のことを言っているのか、私には全然わからないわ。
Evidently hoping to avoid a repeat of what happened at the art supply store, Yumiko struggles to maintain her cool. She seems stubbornly determined to pretend she can't hear our classmates' voices.
ほら見て、今日はサンドイッチにしてみたのよ。これなら私の腕でもひどいことにはならないと思って。
I see. Those do look pretty good.
おーい、ユミコ、ユージ。
Michiru, no!
みちる様、僭越ながら今は声をかけない方がいいと思うのですが。
At least Sachi has, you know, situational awareness.
ちょっとユミコ、今の声が聞こえてたでしょ。返事くらいしてくれてもいいじゃない。
Michiru, I love you, but come on.
どうしてねえ、どうして。無視された私より高いテンションでダメだし。
Cause she's on a date, you dumbass.
榊さんはどうして空気を読んでくれなかったのとおっしゃりたかったんだと思いますが。ありがとう小峰さん、私の気持ちを代弁してくれて。
Oh my god.
及ばずながら。
ということは、もしかしてデートだった？
Yes, Michiru, we're on a date. A date that is meant for just two people. The two people in front of you that wish to be alone on this date. That doesn't involve you. This is not your route. You're gonna have to wait a bit. Your after story is last.
もしかしなくてもデート中よ。
Perhaps a bit exasperated by Michiru's belated question, Yumiko responds with a fierce glare and some harshly spoken words.
安心してください、榊さん。そういうことでしたら私たちは場所を移しますので。
That's alright. If this is your destination, I don't see why you have to leave. Yuji, what are you doing?
ユージ。
What are you doing? Sighing at the reproachful tone of Yumiko's voice, I turn to look her in the eye. Let me ask you this, Yumiko. Do you really want to shoo Michiru and Sachi away? And put the question to her plainly with a serious expression on my face. Would you really be happy if we forced them to leave just so we could have a more private date?
それは楽しめないと思うけれど。
In that case, I think these two should stay. Assuming you're alright with that.
ごめんなさい。
Realizing she took things a little too far, Yumiko backs down apologetically.
何よユージ、あんた彼女にノーと言える男だったのね。
どうしましょう。今日は替えの下着を持ってきていません。
Sachi, what the You two really blow everything out of proportion.
それで松島さんと小峰さんは何しにここへ？
私たちはピクニックよ。似合うでしょう、ツンデレに。
Jesus Christ.
どういう理論？このようにお弁当も作ってきました。
Indicating the small bundle she's been carrying in her left hand, Sachi proceeds to untie the wrapping cloth and reveal a lunchbox within. In a tiered lunchbox, no less.
はい、今日はみちる様のリクエストにお答えして和風のおかずを多めに詰めてあります。
逆にユミコたちのお弁当はサンドイッチがメインみたいね。
Don't compare lunches.
ええ、本来の目的はここで絵を描くことだったから簡単につまめる方がいいかと思ったのよ。
じゃあこの際一緒に食べちゃいましょうよ。その方がバランスいいし。
Oh my god.
そうね、小峰さんの作ったお弁当にも興味があるし。
With the addition of our two classmates, the private lunch we've been planning abruptly evolves into a small gathering. As Sachi sets about unpacking her lunchbox, Michiru studies Yumiko's sandwiches and emits a strange grumbling sound.
松島さん、私が作ったお弁当に何か問題が？
そうね。私から言えることがあるとすれば、一つだけ。
Stow it, Michiru.
それはどんなこと？
Stow it, Michiru.
ユミコの作ったお弁当が美味しそうに見える。
Never mind!
それのどこが問題なのよ。
だって私が知ってるユミコの料理といえば豚汁よ。パーフェクトメイドのサチですらお腹を壊した。
みちる様、私よりは南洋での戦いを生き抜きサイボーグ疑惑さえある風見さんがお腹を壊した状況の方が異常かと思います。
Just for the record, Sachi, I wasn't even alive back then.
Eh?
Don't look at me with that blank confusion in your eyes. Almost makes me feel like I'm the one being ridiculous here.
そうよね。確かに私は過去に事件を起こした大罪人よ。でも今回だけは自信があるの。だからまずは一口食べてみてちょうだい。
I see. Well, if you're that confident, I don't have any reason to hesitate. Reaching down, I pick one of Yumiko's neatly packed sandwiches out of our lunchbox.
待ちなさいってばユージ。
Don't try to stop me, Michiru.
もしあんたが死んだら誰がユミコの面倒を見るのよ。
いくら私が料理下手でも生死に関わるようなものは作らないわよ。
だからここは私が行くわ。
What? Michiru?
たまには私にも格好つけさせなさいよ。
I don't know, talking about bentos and stuff, I'm now thinking back to all the onigiri I had at Anime North. Because they always have there's a Japanese restaurant there, and they always just have a thing outside to sell some quick things, like onigiri, gyoza, dango, things like that. I grabbed a bunch of onigiri, just a lot of rice balls. Just kind of ate them throughout the weekend. It's just so good. So good. It's like the only time I'm ever able to get those.
みちる様。お願いだから私の話を聞いて。
サチ、 もし私が戻ってこなかったら、海が見える丘にお墓を建ててね。
I think she said that back in her route or during the common route of fruit.
はい、アイスの棒もしっかりと。そこはせめて石を積むくらいの手間がかかるよ。
You'd be satisfied with that, Michiru? Her resolve apparently steeled, Michiru takes a deep breath and reaches for the sandwiches. With a dramatic cry, she proceeds to jam one forcibly into her mouth.
どう？手足がしびれたりしない？
手足のしびれというと、神経毒の一種でしょうか。
Whatever the case, it's probably gonna take a little while longer before any obvious symptoms manifest themselves.
松島さん、あれ、普通に美味しい。
あなたね、美味しいと感じたのならどうしてもっと普通のリアクションができないのよ。
Nope, that's Michiru for you.
いや、ユミコンの場合、美味しいと感じた方が異常かなと思って。
Michiru, come on. Realizing that Michiru is actually making sense for once, Yumiko trips awkwardly over her own tongue.
でも、いくらユミコが料理を習い始めたからって、ここまで急に上達するものなの？
それは私の腕が上達したんじゃなくて、作った料理の問題なのよ。
料理の？
そう。例えばサンドイッチなんかは中に挟む具材を切るだけだから、見た目が不格好になるくらいで済むでしょ？
Okay. You really thought this through, huh?
だって記念になるようなデートで食べるお弁当なんだから、美味しいって言って食べてもらいたいもの。
Yumiko.
ねえ、サチ。私たち、やっぱり別の場所で食べた方が良さそうじゃない？そうですね。このままだと心が黒く染まってしまいそうですし。
ちょっと待って。
Sachi and Michiru begin to stand up jokingly, but Yumiko hurries to stop them.
せっかくだし、小峰さんから料理に対するアドバイスをもらえると嬉しいのだけれど。
わかりました。榊さんは日々技術向上に取り組んでおられますし、この小峰幸、微力ながらお手伝いさせていただきます。
Answering with a courteous bow, Sachi proceeds to expressionlessly sample all of the food Yumiko made for today.
なるほど。大体の問題点は把握しました。もう？はい。まずはサンドイッチについてなのですが、マスタードを使いすぎですね。
Not a big fan of mustard myself.
市販品は味付けが濃いめに作ってあるものが多いですから、自分で作ればもっと食べやすくなると思います。
調味料も自分で作るか。
それからおかずの唐揚げの方なのですが、
She made fried chicken?
揚がり方にムラが出てしまっている部分は、お肉に粉が均等に行き渡るようにパックに入れてもみもみするといいと思います。
Everyone take notes.
そんなやり方があったのね。
それから仕上がりがカチカチになってしまっているので、お肉に少量のお水を加えるとジューシーに仕上がりますよ。
ちょっと待って、お水を加えるね。
At this point, Yumiko reaches for the nearest available paper in order to jot down some notes. Hey, Yumiko, that's... I reflexively try to intercede, but Michiru quickly shakes her head. The thing Yumiko is currently writing in isn't just some memo pad. It's the sketchbook she just purchased for the purpose of this painting expedition. Oh. at the moment, I think she's entirely forgotten about her plans for the rest of the afternoon.
それからもしよければそっちの卵焼きの作り方も教えてほしいのだけれど。
さすが榊さん、お目が高いです。これは天音さんから教わったレシピになるのですが。
ねえユージ、一つ私があんたの未来を予言してあげるわ。
Oh dear. My future?
そう、あんたの選択は正解よ。きっと
No.
ユミコはいい奥さんになるわ。私が保証してあげる。
Sorry, but I already knew that.
はいはい、今のあんたたちには余計な一言だったわね。
About 30 minutes after Yumiko started jotting down her notes, our little gathering completely transforms into an impromptu cooking class. We discussed tricks we learned from books or cooking shows, the specialties of Mishima Cape's best restaurants, and express our expert opinions on the food in front of us. What with all the conversation, it takes quite a while to work through the meal itself. But I can't say I really mind.
小峰さんのお弁当はどれも丁寧に作られていたわね。
Seems like seeing that spread lit a fire under you, Yumiko.
ええ、彩りから栄養バランスまでいろいろな話が聞けて勉強になったから。
That so?
次にお弁当を作るときは今日のアドバイスを生かしておくから期待していてね。
Yumiko turns her sketchbook toward me to emphasize the point. By now, it's full of her cooking notes. Yeah, today's lunch was great, so I'm definitely looking forward to the next one.
それで今何時頃かしら。
Hmm? About 6:30, I think.
そうよね。あたりも日が暮れ始めているし。
Somehow or other, the afternoon just flew by, huh?
そうね。まだ絵を一枚も描いていないうちに。
Oh. Realizing that her plans have been completely thrown off by a series of unfortunate coincidences, Yumiko abruptly sinks into a state of bitter dejection.
でも、それが分かったところで、私には実行に移す手段が。
As I watch Yumiko mumbling sadly to herself, I find myself heaving into another sigh. Not to sound like a broken record, but I do understand how she feels. Today was supposed to be a date. A day where we could spend some time alone together. But in the end, we spent the better part of the day without much time to ourselves. And our primary objective, the art expedition, didn't really work out. Yumiko obviously laid out some fairly careful plans for the day, and they ended up going out the window. I can't blame her for feeling a little depressed. Still, today's disruptions weren't all bad. In fact, they came with fairly large upsides. She doesn't seem to be aware of that. It's honestly a bit frustrating to watch, considering the way she expressed her feelings to me on the rooftop yesterday. Yumiko doesn't realize what she truly wants. There's some things that matter more to her than spending time with me. Maybe it's my job to help her notice that. Well, want to give it a try? We can have us a getaway. Go somewhere far away from her classmates and everyone else in this town. That's the best way to get what you want. Right, Yumiko?
私が望んでいたものというよりは、ユージと二人っきりになれる時間だけれど。
Right, I know. In that case, how about somewhere around Nishizu? They got nice hot springs in that area. And it's close enough that we could make it a day trip.
有事と温泉。もしそれが本当に叶うんだとしたらとても嬉しいけど、でも有事の仕事は県外に出るだけでも許可が必要なんでしょ？
Yep. In other words, it's not a problem as long as I get permission beforehand.
じゃあ
Yeah. I'll submit an application for another day off right away. It's probably gonna take a little while before it's approved, though. You okay with that?
ええ、待つわ。今度こそ二人っきりのデートができるならいつまでだって。
Aww. That's adorable. I love that.
セーブするわ。シナリオ進行度の確認をするわよ。
We're 2/3 of the way through her after story. I want to continue, but I gotta eat food. I gotta get some lunch. That's a good spot to end. We ended off on her date. That did, you know, get completely interrupted, but it was still good. This was good. I'm happy with that. So let's swap over to good old just a chatting. Just by just chatting screen. I'm not going to change the category. Okay, let me upload the schedule for next week, as in tomorrow. So, and there it is. So, I'm kind of sort of making it a bit of a lighter week, but I've managed to leave kind of room there in case I gotta shuffle things around. I will say that at least. All the days I have off, those are days I can still stream in like the afternoon if I have to cancel a day earlier in the week or something. So, yeah. So, planned for next week, starting tomorrow at 10, we will finally get back to Jedi Survivor. Finally. We'll at least give it a shot. Hopefully it works properly this time. I just have to make sure ray tracing and stuff is off, and cutscenes shouldn't become a stuttering mess once I exit them. Jedi Survivor! Hey Mari, how's it going? Yeah, I can finally get back to that after only having 2 streams and then everything was going to shit. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Yeah, so tomorrow at 10 will be some Jedi Survivor. Monday at 6 will also be some Jedi Survivor. Planning to take the Tuesday and Wednesday off. Thursday will be Gunpla and Chill. It'll actually be Gunpla and Chill, and I will build the Goof Crimson Custom that I won from Anime North. It's good old red, totally not a Zaku. And then Friday at 10 will be some Jedi Survivor, and then I have Saturday off. But again, those off days can end up becoming streams if I gotta cancel one of the other ones. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've at least left it open so I can do makeup streams every now and again. If I have to cancel Jedi Survivor for the rest of that week, maybe I'll do more Grisaia that day or something else. I'll figure it out when it happens. Hopefully I don't have to cancel anything, because I'd rather not. Because I've been canceling a lot lately. But I mean, you know, things happen. Life happens. If I gotta cancel, I cancel. Ugh, nose. Yeah. Nose is like still feeling partially plugged. I still have that damn cough and feeling whatever the hell's in the back of my throat building up. It doesn't want to go away. Buckley's is starting to fail me. What the fuck? They're supposed to deal with that shit. True, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, true. That is true. I do gotta do what I gotta do. Like this. you know, promoting my friend Mari. Wonderful, great, awesome, amazing person. Plays quite the wide variety of games. Some good, some not so good, some rage-inducing, some, you know, moving. You never know what to expect with her, but what you can always expect is a great, awesome, and chill time. I'm never consoling you again! It's now become a game to me. This has become a game to me now. It's become an absolute game just to find a way for me to do this. You're welcome. I can't wait to make you a command. Oh my god. Oh man. I have fun finding ways to do that, so it's just fun to do it because I love taking it by surprise. I love taking it by surprise. One of the many things that helps brighten my day. You're a sick man. I know. Ah. Oh man, I love this. I love this a lot. So, yeah, I gotta get boots. I gotta make up some lunch, some kind. Might end up getting a sandwich because I can't get rice balls or crepes. I'm sad. Oh well. So, thank you everybody for watching, commenting, and lurking. I appreciate it very, very much. Next time you guys should be seeing me should be about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for some Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So, I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.